Good morning, you're Vonzel Hall, and in 24-1747, Mr. Hall is charged with murder, and what is the announcement?
Your Honor, at the last setting, I requested some digital media. Since then, Mr. Nichols has done an impressive job of providing with most everything I need. Unfortunately, I think some of it hasn't been provided to him. And I've discussed this with him. I'm trying to get a few more items I think are pretty important to this situation before we announce. If I could have a 30-day reset.
There was some follow-up testing and some documentation that he was asking that I don't see in my file, so we need to find out if it exists, where it is, and things like that. So,
all right, so I'll do one more reset. Y'all can work on that. If there's anything that you can get, obviously get that to Mr. Matuska and Mr. Hall. Mr. Matuska will be out there, I'm sure, to visit with you once he gets everything to see what y'all want to do at the next court date, okay? All right, you can go back with the bailiff. Thank you. Good morning. You're Anthony Williams. And Mr. Rojas, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
he will, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, in cause number 240401, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle from December 7th of 2023. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as Exhibit Number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas?
No.
And do you fully understand them?
No.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement is for a 10-year term in prison, but that would be probated. You'd be on probation for 7 years. There's a $1,000 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? Also, do you understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? Sorry. State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Williams is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that I can get a pre-sentence report done. That'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back at a later date for sentencing. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today so they can start that report, and she's sitting at that desk right over there. All right, we'll see you back at sentencing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Rojas, you have Theren Jackson. Good morning, you're Theren Jackson.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Jackson was previously in court, entered pleas of true to counts 1 through 5 in each of his motion to revoke unadjudicated probations on probation for aggravated robbery. Actually, 3 cases. An aggravated robbery and then 2 aggravated assaults with deadly weapons. And cause numbers 24-1324. 1323 and 0883. I've received the updated pre-sentence report. This was unagreed, and has everyone had an opportunity to receive that report and review it?
We have, Your Honor.
Are there any additions or corrections to that report? All
Not from us, sir.
right, Mr. Rojas, you may proceed.
Judge, Mr. Jackson recognizes he's on probation for some serious offenses, and that, in my opinion, looks like he needs help. The main problems come from mental health issues. He's homelessness. He's got lack of transportation, and he's got limited family here in the area. He tells me that when he was first released from jail, he didn't have a place to live, didn't have any transportation. That's the reason for not being able to get to probation department in the beginning. he's been on probation for such a short period of time, he's been unable to get the benefit of the resources that probation has to offer him. I understand all that's because of his not attending probation. But again, I think that all stems from the homelessness and the lack of transportation and the mental health issues. He is trying to get help for himself. He does have the application to get his government benefits. He's got contact with someone from MHMR if he were be allowed to stay on probation. He tells me that he has a place to live now. He's going to be living with his cousin who does live here in Beaumont. He is hopeful that he can get his job back at the place he was working for at the barbecue restaurant.
Yeah, that's good.
Hold on.
And of course, that all is going to depend on him actually going to probation. And he tells me now that he does understand that the importance of getting there, he will do everything he can to make sure that he does get to probation if the court were to allow him to stay on probation. And that's what he's asking the court to do this morning, Judge. And at the proper time, I think he does have a statement to make.
Go ahead.
Got a letter. Hello, my name is Theren Jackson. I'm writing this letter pleading for mercy. I started my probation off on the wrong note. Everything I had on probation was in first place. I ended up losing my cell phone and the place that I was living. The people found out that I was on probation and they kicked me out the house. And I didn't have, they kicked me out. I got kicked out of the place. I was staying there. And the same night, the police had came and arrested me for some improper, some things that I didn't do. And they said I was under intoxication, but I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Because they was all fighting and stuff like that. And they put me in jail for one night for intoxication, but they didn't have no breathalyzer or nothing saying that I was intoxicated, and they said I was intoxicated, and they was lying. They was lying on me. They didn't have any record or proof of intoxication. I got to jail and they released me the next day for public intoxication. I reported the next day, the day I was supposed to report. You know how they let you out of jail. You know what I'm saying? At like 3 o'clock. It was raining so bad. It was flooding. I didn't have nowhere to get there. So I walked. The next day I waited till it stopped raining, and it was unflooded. And I walked to the probation office, and I told the lady that I didn't have my social security card and my ID, and she said she was gonna help me do it. And I was very excited, Judge, for trying to get my GED. I was very excited about going to school, and man, the lady kicked me out of the house while I was staying there, and I had to move in the hotel room. And I ran out of money, and bro, it just all went downhill from there. Yeah. And if you can find any way for me to get back on probation, I promise I'm gonna do the right thing. And you know, I'm a good citizen, and I help anybody I can. I'm a minister of music. I go to church, Solid Rock, Church of God Christ, and yeah, man, I've been trying to stay out of trouble. I've just been running up on hard times, yeah. I just need a second chance.
Ms. Malfino?
Judge, I'm not unsympathetic to his situation. I don't think it's something that he's just coming in today saying that he's had these problems. I think they've been ongoing. I think that's why we had initially wanted to give him the opportunity of probation so that he could participate in the mental health caseload. Obviously, he's very lucky to have Ms. Poor as his officer, but I have spoken with her several times about this, and she has gone above and beyond just trying to make contact with him to bring him in to say these are the resources we try to have to help you, and they just can't ever find him. I'm not suggesting that necessarily my position is revocation, but my position would be, Judge, if the court gives him this opportunity, he does not take advantage of it, and he does not do what Ms. Poor needs him to do, that the court orders him to do, that the recommendation would be significantly higher than it would be today on revocation based on that.
you probably haven't even had enough time to know, I guess, my question, Ms. Core, would be, if I continue him on probation, would something like cognitive track of ISF be
Yes, ma'am.
helpful, or that, or either special needs safe which one do you think would be more appropriate to help him get a good start before he gets back out?
I would think very highly of the special needs safety for him.
Okay. I mean, Mr. Jackson, everybody wants you to be successful,
Yes, ma'am.
but you're the only one that can make that happen.
Yes, ma'am.
You have all the resources. Ms. Core wants to help you. Probation has all kinds of things to help you, but you have to. They're not going to come. She's not going to come find you.
Yes, ma'am.
So, if I give you this opportunity today, you're going to go get some help in custody. Listen, and when you're out though, and when you're finished with that treatment,
Yes, ma'am.
it's going to be your responsibility to go where you're supposed to go, to let her know where you're living, and she's not going to go try to find you. You don't show up, then you're going to be back in here, and we will not be having these conversations. Today, I could send you to prison for the rest of your life for violating your probation. Right now, today. For life. For 50 years, for 30 years, for 20 years. An aggravated robbery and 2 aggravated assaults with deadly weapons. You should probably be going to prison. So you need to understand that this is it. There's no second chance. This is your chance. All right? So I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 5 in all 3 cases freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence in each case to revoke your probations and find you guilty, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to continue your probations in each of your cases. I'm going to order in each of your cases that you enter and successfully complete the special needs track of SafeP. That's going to give you all kinds of help to make sure when you get out, you're ready to go and you'll be making better decisions. You won't have any issues, hopefully, with regard to any type of drug or alcohol abuse, and you will also have aftercare, a place to live, and things like that. So you're going to have what you need, and it's going to be up to you. All right. Good luck to you, sir. You can go back with the bailiff. Thank you, Ms. Core. Good morning. Are you Cody Dent?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Dent is on probation in 2 cases, 13-17772 and 22-41052 for the offenses of obstruction or retaliation and theft of property. Those both have motion to revoke pending. And then there is a new allegation or new indictment in cause number 250807 of burglary of a building. And Mr. Samuel,
Yes, Your Honor, I've been hired to represent Mr. Dent. I went out and visited with him this past weekend, and I've also spoken with him this morning. And as a result of my evaluation and talking with him, I believe it's merited to have someone appointed to give a professional evaluation. We realize that he is on probation. I realize there is a new charge. This is our first setting. I've not had an opportunity to complete discovery, but I think upon getting the information from discovery, and if we can set for bond hearing at a later date, maybe next week if possible, we believe that the results of that evaluation will show that there's possibly some alternatives that are available.
so it's set for bond hearing today on those motions, but you want some time to get up to speed on that other case. You want me to put that off, just hold it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
At least until next week. I'd like a quick turnaround because right now there is no bond.
Right.
And he needs to get assistance.
Okay. An evaluation won't happen in a week.
I understand.
Okay, so but you still think give you a week to get up to speed,
Correct.
bond hearing next week,
Correct.
and then I'll look at your motion for the evaluation. We'll take care of that.
And
Right.
I've talked with the prosecutor.
Okay. We'll reset it. How's next week? Are we?
Yes.
We're good? Okay. We'll reset it for 1 week for a bond hearing on those 2 motions.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning. Are you Justin Franklin?
Yes, ma'am.
And in cause number 250514, Mr. Franklin's charged with aggravated robbery. Mr. Lewis, what is the announcement?
Well, Judge, Mr. Franklin, I understand that the plaintiff witness
have been in touch with the state on this one.
Judge, may I put a few things on the record, please?
Yes, ma'am, of course.
First, may I have the name Kayla Davis called?
Would you call the name Kayla Davis, please? Good morning, ma'am. Are you Kayla Davis? Ms. Malfino, do you need some time maybe to visit with her, or do you want to go ahead and put something
Go
on the
ahead,
record?
Judge, if you would
Okay.
just mind swearing your.
Ms. Davis, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Go ahead.
Ms. Davis, would you please state your full name for the record?
It's Kayla Davis.
And Ms. Davis, what is your relationship to the defendant, Justin Franklin?
He's my husband.
Okay, and how long have you all been married?
We got married in January.
In January? And you know what we're here about today, right?
Yes.
The aggravated robbery that he's alleged to have committed against you and your children, right?
Yes.
Where he held you all at gunpoint and stole your purse and wallet, right?
He didn't hold us in gunpoint and he didn't steal my purse nor wallet.
Did you tell the police that that's what happened?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So if that's what the offense material reflects and that's what the grand jury proceeded on with an indictment for aggravated robbery, are you saying under oath to the court today that that did not happen?
Yes.
And you have many times called my office asking that the case be dropped, correct?
Right.
You've come in and signed a non-prosecution affidavit.
Yes, I have.
You have called saying that this did not happen and that you're not going to cooperate with the state, correct?
Yes, I have.
Are you in fear of Mr. Franklin?
I'm not.
Is he pressuring you to do this?
No.
And do you understand that if the state does not proceed with this case, that you're taking matters into your own hands?
Yes, I do.
With respect to your safety?
Yes, I do.
And that's what you want me to do?
Yes, drop the case, please.
And you're asking Judge
I'm
West
asking
to
Judge
allow me
West
to
to-
drop the case?
To drop the case.
All right. All right, you can step back.
Thank you.
And Judge, just for the record, if I may, obviously with those facts, obviously the court is aware of experiences you and I have both had in the past. I think there was something more to the incident. She's obviously not going to cooperate with me. She's obviously also his spouse. And so at this time, with the court's permission, I would move to dismiss, but I just wanted to be sure all of that was on the record so that if something were to happen in the future, everybody is aware that those were specifically her wishes.
All right, if that comes through based on all of that, I don't know how you can do anything else, and so I'll sign that. Mr. Franklin, I'm not sure what, if anything, happened. My thought is something did happen. Hang on, just let me talk, okay? Don't talk yourself out of this, because here's what can happen. It's not easy, but it is possible to go forward with cases without the complaining witness. So whatever happened needs to not happen again. You need to get a grip on whatever anger, whatever issues you have. If you've got someone here that cares about you and you want to be a part of their life, that's not what you do to people that you love. And it's definitely not what you do where there are children involved. Do you understand? All right, go back with the bailiff. Yes, ma'am.
And there you have it. Another courtroom session that shows just how serious the consequences of our actions can be. Throughout this hearing, we saw legal arguments, difficult decisions, and lives forever changed by choices made in a matter of moments. What stands out most is that the courtroom isn't just about punishment, it's about accountability. Every charge, every ruling, and every sentence represents real people and real consequences. For some defendants, it's a chance to accept responsibility. For victims and their families, it's often a search for justice and closure. So what do you think? Did the court make the right decision in this case? Was justice served, or should the outcome have been different? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy courtroom breakdowns, legal analysis, and real-life justice stories, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, stay safe, make good choices, and we'll see you in the next case.